We are in New Orleans.
New Orleans. We're right on Bourbon Street, Robin.
We're using our Frontier Go Wild Pass, Unlimited Pass,
It's
all you can fly.
All you can fly, and we've been looking to do 2 weeks worth of travel, see how many different places we can find.
Using the pass to see where it takes us, because we can only book it a day before.
We're leaving Sacramento. How many flights do you think we're going to do? Put it in the comments below.
We're Rich and Robin,
And these are our midlife adventures.
living in and out of our midlife van.
Rich, after 3 weeks camping in the van,
Yes, in the van. We decided let's switch it up a little bit.
we are going to do 2 weeks with our Frontier Go Wild Pass.
See how many flights we can do, how many destinations we can find. Robin, where are we at? We're home.
Why do we always start like that?
We are home, Robin.
We are home.
So yeah, we are in the middle of our second year of Go Wild, of Frontier Go Wild. When we first started the first year, we came up with a crazy idea of taking 2 weeks and then just see how many different places we can go in 2 weeks. We did not do that the first year, but guess what? We just did it. Well, we're not going to push ourselves, but we also want to be able to see how many places we can explore.
In 2 weeks, how many flights did we do, Rich?
Robin, we did 16 flights.
So that counts the layovers.
That counts a few layovers. But then we also, some of the layovers were overnight layovers. And then we were able to use those as destinations.
And then?
Then, really the highlight was to be able to surprise my brother. We haven't seen him for 2 years.
Yep.
Yeah, so it was great to surprise him. He had all the kids over. They did a million fireworks.
They were already doing a little get-together for his birthday, so we kind of threw the 2 birthdays in. Oh, Rich, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Because today's your birthday.
Normally, my brother's born on July 2nd. I'm born July 4th. We're 363 days apart. We always normally give each other happy birthdays on the 3rd. And even when we were younger, my parents would celebrate our birthday on the 3rd.
So we celebrated on the 3rd this year.
We were there. So that worked out really well. We are on day 2 of our little adventure here.
Now we dropped off the rental car at a different airport, Milwaukee Airport.
Yeah, so we picked up in Madison, dropped off in Milwaukee, and now we have a flight to Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina.
Where we're going to go catch a 4th of July spectacular in
It's going to be nonstop
Raleigh, North Carolina.
Nonstop fireworks, Robin.
Here we go. But first, a little shopping and lunch. We started this trip during a major holiday week, 4th of July week, and I was a little worried about that. So we have our first delay today.
Yeah, but the plane is almost here.
4th of July, and we have a half-hour delay.
Yeah.
But we have an overnight layover, so it's not going to mess us up on this leg of the trip.
The rest of this is going to be perfect, Robin.
Yes.
So for Frontier Go Wild Pass, the July 5th and July 7th are blackout days. So those, I'm assuming, are super high travel days.
But we got around that.
Yes. How did we do that, Robin?
We booked a flight today, the 4th, with a layover, and then we're going to go to Boston. But the Boston part of the flight
is on the 5th.
On the 5th, which is a blackout date, but it let it book
But it's all one
because it's all one reservation.
Yeah, one reservation.
So if you're looking to book on a blackout date, that's kind of one way to kind of do it, I guess.
I think it's going to work for us.
Explore a new city.
Yes. We have Raleigh, Durham.
If we get there before dark.
And we will. And then we have, tomorrow would be Boston.
Yep. So, Rich, last year on your birthday, we went to 5 lounges. Well, I went to 5 lounges. You went to 6
lounges.
And then we got on a plane, business lie flat, to London. This year, what happened?
This year, we did Frontier for $15, no lay flat, and no lounges at Madison or at Milwaukee, no lounges in Denver even yesterday.
Well, we didn't have time yesterday.
Right,
you could have went to a lounge yesterday. We just
but we did.
But on your birthday, you got no lounges.
No lounges, no lay flat. But instead of a lounge, we did get a beer, and we went to
paid for a beer and paid for a meal.
We're not used to doing that, Robin. So happy birthday to me.
Our flight today, we have a layover. We flew from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We're going to Boston, but we got a
layover here in
Raleigh.
Durham.
That's like 15 hours overnight.
We were able to score a hotel room here in Raleigh for what,
3,500 Hyatt points.
So and a nice place too. So.
Hyatt House. And tomorrow is a blackout date on Frontier for the Go Wild Pass, but since it's a layover and our flight is on the 5th, we got skirted around that little blackout
tomorrow
date.
We fly out at 8 a.m. out of Raleigh and into Boston, and tomorrow we'll go explore Boston.
So we're here now. It is now not quite 7 since we got to the hotel.
Looks like it gets dark at about 8:30, and there's going to be some fireworks tonight to celebrate my birthday.
And some food trucks. So let's get downtown and see what kind of celebration they have going on today for your birthday. So you said you wanted to go where there was food trucks?
Well, there's food trucks way over here.
There's a lot of people here, Rich.
I know. So let's go down the street here.
Our flight today, we have a layover. We flew from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We're going to Boston, but we got a
layover here in
Raleigh.
Durham.
That's like 15 hours overnight.
We were able to score a hotel room here in Raleigh for what,
3,500 Hyatt points.
So and a nice place too.
Hyatt House. And tomorrow is a blackout date on Frontier for the Go Wild Pass, but since it's a layover and our flight is on the 5th, we got skirted around that little blackout
tomorrow
date.
We fly out at 8 a.m. out of Raleigh and into Boston, and tomorrow we'll go explore Boston.
So we're here now. It is now not quite 7 since we got to the hotel.
Looks like it gets dark at about 8:30, and there's going to be some fireworks tonight to celebrate my birthday.
And some food trucks. So let's get downtown and see what kind of celebration they have going on today for your birthday. So you said you wanted to go where there was food trucks?
Well, there's food trucks way over here.
There's a lot of people here, Rich.
I know. So let's go down the street here.
Rich, never a dull moment, always an adventure.
I am soaked, Robin. This shirt is just like drenched.
And it's not a fast dry shirt.
It is kind of, I think.
Thankfully, they have a dryer here and a washer that doesn't work. But
so our intent was, hey, we're in Raleigh. Let's go find
big 4th of July spectacular.
Thousands of people in this field getting ready to watch the fireworks. 15 minutes before
it starts to rain.
It starts raining. Everybody takes cover.
15 minutes till fireworks and the rain starts, Rich. Right. Can they do fireworks in the rain? Rich, canceled due to thunder and lightning. Yep. No fireworks. Good thing we had them last night. But people are doing them out here somewhere. Took us a half hour to walk out and get a ride.
Robin.
Pouring down rain, Rich.
We are soaked.
Get us an Uber and get us down in here. You're all wet.
I'm soaked.
And then as soon as we're in the car to get the ride back to the hotel.
They got to do something with all those fireworks. Yeah. I'm sure they got a little wet too.
So the intent was also to go find a brewery.
But they're all closed. It's 4th of July.
4th of July.
But the hotel has...
They have a little horn. And guess what I got?
Voodoo Ranger.
Voodoo Ranger Imperial IPA. So that's not a Raleigh beer?
No.
It's a Fort Collins, Colorado beer. But you know what? We can still check that box.
Now it's on to laundry because we have an early flight tomorrow at
8 a.m. to fly up to Boston.
Okay.
And what, 55% chance of rain in the
morning?
Just
at 6 a.m. We won't be there then.
We're good.
Okay. Good night.
Good night.
I don't want you to find TSA pre-check, I guess.
Robin, where are we going?
Boston.
Robin, where are we at?
We are in Boston.
Boston.
So we've been talking about coming to Boston since we got the Frontier Pass, and now we are here.
We were able to make it. Actually worked out really well because we did a so-called layover, a long layover in Raleigh. And so then it made it nice to visit Raleigh for a little bit, and then now we're here in Boston.
And then we were able to fly into Boston on a blackout date.
On a blackout date
because we had a long layover in Raleigh.
Yeah, so that's a nice little trick. We probably shouldn't be telling people about that.
We didn't quite get that for our next flight on the next blackout date,
No,
but
yeah,
we'll figure out something to do.
Yeah. So we are in Boston. We got in pretty early. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Gonna go check into our hotel and go explore the city. It's a little gray out there, Rich.
Rained, but it looks like maybe no more rain for the rest of the day. So we'll see.
Leaving Boston Airport and getting into the city was pretty simple. We took the shuttle bus to the airport train station and took the subway a few stops to the area near our hotel. What a nice hotel. And a view of the park.
Robin, what's this brick stripe?
It's the Freedom Trail, Rich. I think maybe we should follow the Freedom Trail today. The Freedom Trail went right by our hotel in Boston, so we went out to explore the different historical spots in Boston along the rail route. So the Freedom Trail is 2.5 miles long, Rich.
And we came into it from the hotel around the middle of it?
I know about an eighth of the way into it, maybe?
Oh, okay. Robin, what do we got here?
The old State House, Rich.
The old State
We've been up there. We were up there the first time we were in Boston on our historic tour.
So Robin, yes, the double IPA, double hazy IPA turns out to be the best of the four, but they're all good. So this is the new State House as opposed to the old State House.
Long Wharf, waterfront. You can take the ferry. We enjoyed a full day of exploring Boston and loved our hotel location close to historic sites. Rich, moving on?
Robin, let's pack up and let's go to Philly for a little bit and get to Jacksonville for maybe a couple days.
Philly Airport for lunch?
Yeah.
And go meet up with a friend?
Yeah, Honda friend down in Jacksonville, Florida.
I really like this room.
This is a pretty nice place.
Nice shower, entryway, but nice view. But it is time to
Giddy up.
Vámonos. Let's go.
Robin.
Where are we, Rich?
We are in Jacksonville, Florida.
And we had a travel day yesterday.
Yesterday was a pretty long travel day. So we left, flight was delayed.
But before that, we went to Air France Lounge with our priority pass.
Which is okay. I mean,
better than nothing.
Better than nothing, yes. Got over to our gate and found out it was delayed.
We were supposed to have about a 5-hour layover. Oh, just under 5-hour layover.
So then it turned out to be a little less
than 4. You
than 4.
got to the Centurion.
Got over to the Centurion Lounge, had a little bit to eat and a few drinks.
And then our flight out of Philly was delayed.
Yeah, because the plane coming
the incoming plane
was coming out of Cancun, went over to A4 International, and they said they had to then tow it over to
which they didn't tow it, they drove it.
Yeah, so
but that took over an hour.
Weird. Yeah, there's something weird. But you know what? We still made it. So instead of getting here at 8, we got here about almost 10.
And then we got on the plane and there was no fuel.
Yeah.
And we had to wait for them to fuel it.
Maybe they used all the fuel driving it over from E. Yeah.
So, but we made it to our hotel.
So we got here about 10 o'clock last night in Jacksonville. So then now we're going to go out and do a little exploring.
Going to meet some of your friends, I think.
Yeah, so going to meet some Honda retirees.
And I think we're going to go to St. Augustine.
Yeah, let's go check out St. Augustine. And I guess it is the oldest city in North America.
Something like that.
But fun fact is, Jacksonville is the largest land mass city in continental U.S.
Correct.
So let's go check it out. Now, where are we going tomorrow, Robin? We are in Jacksonville, Florida. We are 4 days into this.
I don't know. What day
Robin,
is it?
let's figure out what our next destination is. Tomorrow's going to be Monday the 8th, what they have. So it looks like there are 32 options out of Jacksonville, Florida for tomorrow. We are down here south. I'm thinking we should make a little jump down to Puerto Rico, and then we can decide where to go from there before we start going west.
Sounds good.
One of them is a nonstop, which is very attractive, and then the other 3 are connections.
We are going to
Wait for it.
Puerto Rico.
San Juan, Puerto Rico. Viva Puerto Rico.
For a week, we've been traveling from the West Coast to the East Coast, north to south, through the United States on our Frontier Go Wild Pass. And now we've made it to Puerto Rico. Yesterday, we flew from Jacksonville, nonstop
to
San
Juan, Puerto
Juan,
Rico.
about 3 hours-ish. Pretty easy flight,
Easy
on
flight.
time. Walked out, got an Uber, super simple.
Real easy.
Didn't check in till 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Just in the lobby, sitting in a corner, and somebody else's luggage was there. And so we went to lunch, nice little taco shop.
Yep.
And then we took
Walked over to the beach.
walk on the beach. It was very windy yesterday.
Super windy.
It would have been a good day to do one of those day resort passes
But
because
not that much wind.
we couldn't check in till 4 o'clock. But with that wind, there was no sense in going to the beach. But we did hang out at the beach a little bit.
Yep.
And then once we got into our room and settled, and then we went into town, Old Town, for dinner.
That turned out really nice. You got a...
Bari, an Italian
Bari,
pizza
yeah.
place. Rich, is it raining?
It is raining, but not under our umbrella.
And it's not under our umbrella. You can't even really see the rain, but there it comes. There it's coming down on the umbrella. So we're done.
Over here.
We're done eating. Oh, that's not bad, Rich.
Dark chocolate and chocolate chip.
Yeah,
Anything else for you guys?
that's it. And our second day, we rented a car to drive up to the rainforest and to the beach. Check out that full video on the link above.
Now
New
we're
Orleans.
in New Orleans.
I feel like we just walked into 2 different worlds, Rich. You'll have to check the lobby when we get back compared to where we're at now.
This is perfect.
Robin, we're on Bourbon Street.
We're on Bourbon Street, New Orleans, Rich.
Yes.
Cheers.
Here, Robin.
Rich, we
What do we got here?
3 beignets. They are $3.95
Each?
total.
For 3 of them.
We've had our taste of New Orleans, Rich. Now it's time to get on out.
Yeah. Let's go to Seattle, Robin.
After a couple days in New Orleans, it was time to continue west to go visit some friends.
Last night we made reservations, made flights to go to a layover in Denver,
Yep.
and then we're gonna go up to Seattle. See some friends up in Seattle.
Yeah, our next stop is going to be Seattle to see friends.
Okay, so let's see what happens after Seattle.
Today is day what, Rich? We've been doing this for 8 days.
8 days. Not quite 2 weeks, Robin.
Our friends Dave and Donna picked us up from the airport this morning here in Seattle. We went to breakfast. Now we're setting up the Oru kayaks, and we're gonna rent kayaks, and we're gonna go for a paddle. The bridge tower. It's a drawbridge. Speed limit 7 knots. After a fun morning kayaking, we head back to Dave and Donna's for an afternoon nap after our overnight travel to Seattle.
Look at this. I thought tomorrow was the food truck.
This is the preview of the food truck.
No.
Where did Chef Dave?
Chef Dave.
Thank you
He's
for
already
dinner,
eating?
Dave.
Yeah, he says, wow.
Thank you for dinner.
Thank you for
Thank
dinner.
you for dinner, Dave.
You must make your cheeseburger. Sometimes with chicken.
Our next stop, we are in Tacoma, and our friends Dave and Donna picked us up at the airport yesterday because we're here to support them in their last major event in their food truck. They've had this food truck for 10 years, and they are starting their retirement plan. The first thing is to finish up their food truck business and sell the truck. They're building a van. They travel with us. We have been to Europe with them in van life and other travels together. So we're here supporting them because they're always supporting us. Putting Rich to work, setting up the drinks. Rich working again. Dave's cooking. Don't let Rich cook. We don't want to eat that. Food truck for sale. Come on down.
Carry a long conversation.
What do you got there, Rich?
Robin, we got an even trade for some hamburgers for some local IPA here.
From the thirst responders, the mobile beverage unit. And is it a good IPA?
It is a very good. It's a little juicy IPA.
Juicy.
Getting a little behind the scenes footage. Like a well-tuned machine in here, huh? What we got here, Dave?
I'm making a Monty, a full Monty.
A full Monty.
Barbecue sauce, grilled onions, cheddar cheese, and some bacon.
Bacon.
And then I am making a cubes cheese with pickles.
You guys are smoking in here.
Yeah, wait a sec.
Oh, there you go.
We are smoking right here with liquid smoke.
41!
Liquid smoke.
There's nothing full Monty about it. 41!
Did you guys want anything from there? Thanks, Dave and Donna, for picking us up from the airport and allowing us to stay at your place, and even more important, to let us participate in your event yesterday.
Thanks, guys. We'll be back, I'm sure.
We'll be back.
I would like to say thank you to you two, because without you two, the event would have been a flop.
Oh, stop.
But our new CFO and CEO,
Oh, God.
made the whole event fantastic.
Fantastic.
Oh, wait a minute. No.
What?
You're fired.
You're fired. Oh, we're fired.
We're done.
But that's just because they're selling the food truck.
Everybody's
On to the next
fired.
adventure.
Yes.
We had one flight that we could not get our Go Wild pass,
Can't believe that.
and it was our son's birthday, so we
we had to
paid
be
full
there.
fare, and our full fare for 2 people was,
$204.
yeah.
We're in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We are checking out Minneapolis. We've never been here, and we thought, let's go do a tour of all the areas that were impacted or impacted by Prince.
The old mill, now a big event center. Our hotel at the Old Mill was right next to the Mississippi River in Minneapolis.
We are home, Robin.
We are home.
That was a whirlwind adventure that we just did.
It was.
It was.
We've never
Get lucky.
had a cancellation on Frontier.
Knock on wood.
But the whole world had cancellations, Rich.
That was the, what was it called? Crowd strike.
The crowd strike, global technology outage.
Just happened to hit on our last flight.
Yeah.
Our very last flight. We are scheduled to fly back on, what, the 19th of July? And that night before, we were notified that it was canceled, and we had to then postpone that and fly out on the 20th, which
thankfully
didn't work.
So we started this whole journey from Sacramento. We were ending in Sacramento. That's where our van is, because we do our van travels, and we had just finished a month in the van or so. And so luckily, our cancellation, we were stopped at home to see our kids and to do some medical appointments. So it didn't really, that was the end of our 2 weeks. We landed back at home at the 2 week marks from when we left.
Yep.
And then we planned on staying at home 2 days, but we ended up staying 3 days. Thankfully, we were at home. Had we been out on this 2 week thing,
that would have been terrible.
That would have been crazy. Go for it. One last flight equals one more stop at a Priority Pass lounge. Thankfully, this new final flight wasn't delayed, and we made it back to Sacramento in time to meet up with my brother for lunch. After a day delayed, we made it back to our van and visited some family before heading to the California coast. On to our next adventure. After 2 weeks flying Frontier Airlines with our Go Wild Pass, we took 16 flights.
Visited 9 destinations.
Would you do this again, Rich? Check out our other videos on how we booked these last-minute flights with our Frontier Go Wild Pass and what we thought about the experience.
If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below.